I'm just trying to figure out, how are you going to cut my access to get inside the building without formally firing me? Where they do that at? Hey, Fookies. I know you're probably thinking like, girl, like, I'm excited to see you, like, girl, so this is the part 2 of me losing my job and being obedient to the God, and how God had to steer me in a different direction because I didn't want to listen to him. Yeah. Go watch part 1. If you watch part 1, you're going to get part 2. Now, remember, I told you need a little Jesus in your latte when you wake up, so I don't like the fact that when I'm talking about God, the girls is on mute. But the girls need to wake up. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. Listen to this testimony. Okay, so I got fired from my job, basically. Well, I quit. They informally fired me because they cut access for me to get in the building, but I quit. I left. Now, mind you, I was really angry because A, I really liked my job, and B, I had to pay my rent and I had to feed my child. Now, if you don't know, I am a mother to a cat. His name is Pikachu Fitzgerald Goldstein. That's my baby. That's my son. So now I was just like, oh my God, like, how am I going to get this money to feed him? How am I going to get this money? So in the meantime, I began to focus on my business because I literally had no job. I didn't know what else to do. So I literally was like, okay, let me put my effort into my business, PardonThePress. Let me post on social media. Let me make content, because if you work in a full-time job and I go to the gym and I have to take care of my child, like, I don't have time to work on my business. But this gave me the time and this gave me the freedom. So I'm not going to sit here and lie. It was enjoyable because I was having a good old funky time being at home. I was a at-home mother. So I would be cooking, I would be cleaning, like, I would just be chilling in the house, working my business, doing me. Now, see, this was where the problems arise. I ain't had no money. So at the time, I wanted to move. I used to go to school in Buffalo. This is where everything happened. I wanted to move to Albany, New York, right? So I had money saved up. I was saving my money. I was paying off my credit card debt. I was really doing my big one. And I was like trying to tell my best friend at the time, I was like, yo, if I get called to work in Albany, can I live with you for 3 weeks? I already have my security deposit. My mother going to give me my down payment. My first month's rent or whatever. And I'm going to move into my new apartment. I'm just hoping to get calls for a job down there. If once they call me, I'm out of there. I'm leaving everything. I'm going to Albany. He said no. So that hurt my feelings. It did, but it is what it is. That's his house. So basically, I never got called for a job. I applied to a job in Buffalo, Albany, New York City, and another state, and I never got called for any jobs. So I was never able to move to Albany. Now, I really wanted to move to Albany because A, I love the city. B, Buffalo is terrible. C, my family home was in foreclosure, so I didn't want to go back to instability. So I was really trying to be on my own. I was on my own for 5 years at that time. I've been going from home for 5 years. I didn't want to come back home to my mom and be like, Mommy, can you take care of me? Although my mom does take care of me. I am a stay-at-home daughter right now. But I just didn't want that. I had my own independence. So now my rent is getting backed up, right? So now we're getting backed up rent. So now it's just like, okay, my mom is like, yo, go get a one-shot deal from the public assistance office. If you don't know what a one-shot deal is, it's basically you go down there to the Social Security office, public assistance office, and they pay your rent, your back rent in one shot. So you got to do mad paperwork, bunch of nonsense, a bunch of scribble scrabble. That's what I had to do. Oh, child, that's a spider crawled in my video, y'all. I had to leave that in there for y'all because that was just so ignorant. But we shall move on. It's just that spider didn't even have, it's just the audacity, you know? Just so disrespectful. But anyway, so I was down at the public assistance office, y'all. And it traumatized me because I seen these people. And it was like single moms, 5 kids, 4 kids. I'm about to get kicked out. I'm about to be homeless. People down there, rent need to be paid. They need food stamps. I need the food stamps real bad. And all this stuff. And I was like just looking, and it kind of like brought me down in my spirit because I'm just like, I don't want to be here. But I sat down. I was like, I'm going to make sure my kid doesn't ever have to go through this. I don't want them to go through what I went through. I want them to be able to focus on their education, and I want to be able to pay their rent. I want them to be free of this. I don't want them to have to work and go to college. And trust and believe, my mother did an amazing job helping, aiding, raising me. But as you get older and you have kids, you pass the baton down and you try to do better than what your parents did. So my mother got me into college. Now it's just like, okay, I'm going to get my kids into college and I'm going to pay for their housing so they never have to worry about going to school and work and get their education. Because due to me having to get my education and try to keep my grades, but then trying to pay rent at the same time, grades fell, all that. And I just never wanted that stress. I don't ever want that stress to be on my kids. So I just sat there and I said, Summer, you ain't ever going to have your kids here. I don't know what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to figure something out because we don't want this. We don't want this future. I don't want that for my kids. It was so depressing sitting in that public assistant office, y'all. So like usual, what do? We get mad at God. I asked God, you see me. I was working hard. I was doing what I had to do. I had my bills paid. I was paying off my credit. What do you want me to do? Like, I'm mad because I took a chance. I know there was something here. Eventually I began to figure out there was something that he wanted me to do with this business, right? I just didn't see it yet. I knew I had a little feeling though. So I took a chance. I had a credit card. I had $5,000 on it. I went in, I took a chance. I blew most of the money trying to open up an Amazon store, invest in my business. That didn't work out. So now it's just like, what do you want me to do? I'm crippling in debt. I'm not going to have nowhere to live. I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to like really like invest in myself. And I just felt like I wasn't getting helped out. And I felt like I was getting lost. And I was mad and I was angry. And it's just like, you're not really coming through for me. So, at the time, I didn't believe in my business. I never believed in the success. I never believed that I can do it. I never believed that this was going to be the way out. I was so gung-ho on, I'm literally going to go and get a job and retire from that job, and that was going to be that. Oh, somebody got a package for me. Let me go get it. Hold on, y'all. So at this time, I begin to realize God wants to put me in this direction. I don't know why. I don't know what's here, but this is the direction that he's steering me in, and he is building me up to prepare me for what he has for me. My business has taught me that I had to rely on God and have that blind faith. And me having that business begin to structure me in that way. Just think about it. Businesses are unpredictable. Businesses go with the market. Businesses fluctuate whether the economy is good or not. It's just a very unreliable, uncontrolling thing to open and start a business. It's a wonderful thing when you be able to find that financial freedom. But in that period where you're trying to find that, it's just so unpredictable. And as somebody who is a recovering control freak, I need to take this away from you because you are trying to control all these aspects and you can't do that. And you need to surrender authority to me. And I didn't trust God because I didn't think that God can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I actually like really in my mind was like, yeah, God can't do that. But I know my action showed that I didn't trust him. I tried to take control of the situation. I tried to do it my way. And God was like, no. We're not going to do things your way. We're going to do things my way. And because you're not surrendering to me, so I'm going to have to shove you. I'm not going to have to push you. I literally, y'all, I applied to hundreds of jobs since 2022. I have not got called. Oh, I got called for one job. And I thought, when I tell you I aced that interview and they didn't pick me, I was shocked. I knew I was going to get the job, but I didn't get it. But that's a different story for a different day. So it really showed me in that time, I had to really rely on God. I was walking in the dark and God was my flashlight. And I am just walking and it really had to teach me to build up the trust in God and know that no matter what, I'm going to come through for you, even when it looks like it's impossible. And that's what my business has taught me. That's one of the things my business has taught me. Another thing is I didn't know how insecure and how much faith I didn't have in myself until I had to have a business. I would tell my people like, oh yeah, my business is going to be successful, but I never felt it in my heart. And it began to reveal to me, you're not as confident as you say you are. You don't believe in yourself as you say you are. You don't think you're worthy as much as you say you are. So me having the business made me have to reflect on myself. Like, yo, I don't think I'm deserving. You know the things I used to say, bro, like to myself. I didn't believe in my business. I didn't deserve to have somebody who loved me, a man who loved me and cared for me. I didn't think I was worthy of it. I didn't think I didn't deserve good things happening to me. So I'm telling you, my business revealed my insecurities within myself. In turn, that made me I had to work on that. I feel like my business kind of was like a mirror, and I looked at my reflection and I began to finally see me for the first time. So I don't, and I know this now because he confirmed with me, my business is not my purpose. My purpose is helping people, but my business is a way to do it. Me sharing my testimonies, I don't know, making nails, making people happy, whatever like that, but it's not my purpose. My purpose is to help people. That's my purpose. I'm serving, right? But it's like God was like, I need you here because I need you to see yourself. I need you to lean not on your own understanding, but lean on me. I need you to build trust in me because the thing that I have for you, the assignment that I have for you is bigger than what you think it is. And I need to prepare you for that assignment. So I'm going to utilize this business to prepare you. And I'm going to utilize this business because A, I love doing it. B, I am somebody who I'm not going to even claim that over me, but I used to be very prideful. So me failing would like drive me crazy. So it's just like, although I didn't believe in my business, I could not stop doing it because I don't like to fail in things, right? Although people do fail, we fall and we get right back up. So he knew that using this business, because I am very ambitious, I work really hard and I really do love what I do, was a great way to build up the traits that he needed in me to basically serve and do my actual purpose, which is helping people. Okay, full circle. We all know many are the plans in a man's heart, but the God's plan and purpose will always prevail. I think I might have said that in the first video. So although I had these ideas of, I'm gonna do this and work my 9 to 5 and have my picket fix and my husband and whatever and live in Albany, it's just like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I need you to grow. And if I would have stayed at my job and did my job, I would have never grown. I had to be in solitude because I'm in the house working on my business. I'm not really out. I had to be in solitude and I had to work on myself because it's like, I need you to be confident. I need you to trust me. I need you to rely on me. I need you to love yourself. I need you to think you're deserving. I have all these blessings waiting for you, but you're not in the space to receive them because you don't believe that you can. So I'm going to use this outlet. I'm going to use this business to mold you into what I see you as and what I know you can be. So then you can see it in yourself. That's what my business was. My business is a healing for me. It's a healing for me, and because I've been able to heal, and I've been out of work for so long. So I've been I've been working. Hold on, let me rewind. I've been working, but I've been out of going out to a different job or whatever like that for so long. I've been able to grow in ways that I would never imagine. And because of myself and my growth in me developing as a woman, I'm able to share my testimonies in hope that it reaches one of you. And in that is me serving, that is me helping, that is me doing my purpose, but using my business. God used my business to feed my actual purpose, which is to help people. God will put you in wherever he sees that you need to be at. That's just what that is. And if you surrender yourself to God and you surrender these certain things to God, your business, your love life, your money, your finances, or whatever like that, he will help you. You can't understand the plan that God has for you because you're not all knowing and not all seeing. So you have to trust that he can deliver it to you. And I want to tell you this. The reason why I got pulled out of that job, that's one of the reasons, of course. That job went bankrupt in September. God pulled me out of that sucker January. The job went bankrupt in September. I was never going to be able to stay there anyway. But of course, I'm not all knowing, all seeing. So I'm sitting here mad at God, not even knowing that it was protection and prevention. I'm pulling you out of this because it's not going to work. I'm going to pivot you somewhere else. Look, the Lord is amazing, y'all. Trust God, surrender authority. He will make your path straight. I forgot which, I'm going to leave the verse somewhere up here. Also, follow PardonThePress on social media, subscribe, like the video, share the video, watch the testimony. Hopefully it speaks to you. If it don't, that's fine. Go to the Lord, ask the Lord, hey, does this video speak to me? It may not be speaking to you. Go on my website, PardonThePress, link in bio, $10 nails, $1 nail charms. I had a free pair of nails. The girls ain't buying it. Y'all, anyway, child. Just show some love, show some support. I really hope you liked the video. I did forget to buff my nails. which you absolutely have to buff your nails when you're prepping. But I forgot. But my nails are still on. I think this is day 5 or 6, and my nails are still on. So yeah, I love you guys, and please come back for more videos. I do nail tutorials, product tutorials, talk about God. I'm gonna start splitting the video into playlists so you can go into the playlist that you want to. But the next one is gonna be a nice, funny video because I love the Kiki, and I got a freaking product review coming up in my next YouTube video. So stay tuned. Show some love and cue the music. That was mad corny. Cue the music. Girl, sit down. But yeah, I'm out. Bye, y'all.